thank you so much. We do have some new details this morning as drivers in Central Florida get used to the state's new texting and driving ban. Law enforcement is out in full force, putting the brakes on texting behind the wheel. So we've got Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolon here with us this morning to talk more about this. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It is always good to see you. So here we are, day 3. How is it going?
So far, in all honesty, we have no information leading us to believe that any citations have been issued, but obviously we want everyone to be aware of the new changes.
And when you talk about these new changes, how is that going to affect how you police, how your officers police?
So it used to be a secondary offense, now it's a primary offense, and we all recognize that this is happening everywhere, and we need to make sure that we identify those individuals that are violating the law by texting and driving.
Here's the thing, as we head into this 4th of July holiday, right? So there are going to be a lot more people out there on the roadways, a lot more people looking at their phones, looking for directions, texting their friends, hey, am I almost there? Where do I go? Do you think that this will be the week where you may end up having to enforce this more maybe than in the last 3 days?
Like you said, the likelihood is that it'll probably increase the chances of having that type of interaction with law enforcement where they are going to enforce it. But we want, through efforts like yours, we want to educate everyone that the law is now active. July 1st, it became official. We want to make sure that people take their time to maybe pull off to the side or when they're at a red light to do that texting. But as long as that vehicle is moving, you cannot do so.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Let's get into the specifics of exactly what this law means, because you're going to have people who say, I didn't understand it. I don't know how to interpret it. What exactly does it mean, Chief?
To be honest with you, even us, we were having the difficulty trying to iron out all the specifics. But if you are stopped, that is considered a stationary vehicle. The vehicle has to be in movement in order for you to violate the law. So if you're at a red light and you need to text, as soon as that light changes, as soon as your vehicle is moving, you have got to stop touching that phone, texting on that phone. If you continue to text, then you're violating the law. So that's one of the situations that often gets asked. The other confusion is the portion about the handheld requirements, which go into effect October 1st. If you're in a school zone, if you're in a construction zone where workers are present, you cannot use your handheld to talk on the phone. Although most of us are using Bluetooth or some type of other device, you cannot hold your phone in your hand come October 1st. There will be a grace period between October and December that will allow for you to receive a warning, but after the beginning of next year, you can be issued a citation.
You know, it's so interesting you say that. I was in California last year. I got a warning because, as you know, this is law. It's law in California. I didn't think about it. I had the phone to my ear, got pulled over, and I got a warning. The next time I come into the state, it'll be a ticket, right? So I think it's interesting that people really know how dangerous it is. And I do want you to talk. We've got about 45 seconds left about the dangers of texting and driving. I'm sure that your officers see the repercussions of this all the time.
So one of the statistics that they show is that if you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds, traveling at 55 miles per hour, you can travel the length of a football field. Imagine how many things can cross your path during that time. So it's very dangerous. We are all guilty of it. We're also very glad that this law has now taken effect so that it's a primary offense.
And so once again, let's talk about the fact that it's a warning until when?
So no warnings when it comes to texting and driving. We can issue citations now. Where the confusion is coming in when it comes to the handheld law, which goes into effect October 1st. There will be a grace period for that one when you're in a school zone or construction zone where workers are present. But the actual testing and driving requirements that are now in effect can be enforced immediately. You can be issued citation now.
Very good information, and always good having you with us. I will be having my phone down on the ground when I am driving. I appreciate you being with us. Amy, let's go over to you.